Welcome to White Shadow Fare, where when you make it homemade, you're making it with love. Today, I'm making a delicious chocolate cake with mocha frosting. Our ingredients are as follows: butter, sugar, eggs, vanilla, instant coffee, buttermilk, flour, unsweetened cocoa powder, baking soda, salt, and chocolate chips, which are optional. First, you're going to start with 1.5 cups of softened butter. To that, you're going to add 2 3/4 cups of sugar. Now it's time to cream the sugar and butter together. This should take about 3 minutes. It's time to add 5 eggs. You're going to add them one at a time with about 30 seconds of mix time in between. Once all 5 eggs have been incorporated, it's time to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Also, add 2 teaspoons of instant coffee. Now this is optional, but it really does bring out the flavor of the chocolate cake. To this, you'll also add 1 teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. And you're going to sift into your bowl 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Once your cocoa powder is all mixed in, it's time to start adding 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You'll be adding the flour in batches of 2. 1 cup, then you're going to add a cup of buttermilk, and then add the 2nd cup of flour. Now that my batter was made, I decided to add about 1.5 cups of chocolate chips, which is completely optional. Now you need to grease and flour your pan. I chose to use a large Bundt pan, but you could also use a 13x9 cake pan. Be careful because this has more batter than a regular cake, so you might not want to put all of the batter into your pan. This cake needs to go into an oven that's been preheated to 300 degrees, somewhere between 60 and 75 minutes. So once your cake is pretty much completely cooled, it is time to make the frosting. And I made a mocha frosting by adding 1/4 cup of butter, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder, and 3 tablespoons of milk to a low, medium heat. And you're going to be stirring this frequently as it comes to a boil. Once you notice your mixture begin to boil, you're going to be adding powdered sugar, instant coffee, which is optional, and some vanilla extract. So make sure that you have that out and ready to go. You're going to start by adding a couple of spoonfuls of powdered sugar and getting that incorporated. And you'll turn off the heat before you add a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a tablespoon of instant coffee. If you do not like a mocha flavor, you do not have to add that tablespoon of instant coffee. You do want this frosting to be a little bit on the runny side, but not so loose that it's just running all over the place. So slowly add the powdered sugar until you get it to your desired consistency. Now, I did have an issue and I lost part of my cake. It stuck in my pan, so I highly suggest greasing and flouring your pan very well before baking. Putting the frosting on it kind of helped hide the area of my cake that did break and stick in the pan. Clearly, I'm not a professional baker, but I do enjoy the challenge of making something new, making it homemade. This cake is extremely moist, dense, and chocolatey. It ticks all of the right boxes. If you had guests over, this would definitely be an impressive cake to make. I hope you give this a try. Thank you for joining me here at White Shadow Fare. Consider subscribing and giving me a thumbs up.